The Orthodox Church calls her a saint. The Drevlians called her the end of the world. This is the most brutal revenge story ever recorded in human history. This is what it felt like to be Olga of Kiev. Level 1. The Widow. You are 25. The year is 945. Your husband Igor was the Grand Prince of Kiev. He went to collect taxes from the Drevlian tribe. He was greedy. He stayed too long. They executed him by tearing him in half. Now you are sitting on the throne. Your son is 3 years old. The Drevlians believe Kiev is a fruit waiting to be picked. They send 20 of their best men to your gates. They don't come to apologize. They come to propose. Their prince, Maul, wants your bed and your kingdom. You listen to them. You smile. You tell them their proposal is pleasing. You tell them to return to their boat and wait. You tell them you will honor them tomorrow in a way Kiev will never forget. You are a widow. They think you are desperate. You are actually measuring their graves. Level 2. The Trench. The next morning. The Drevlians arrive at your court. They demand to be carried in their boat by your men, a show of ultimate status. You grant it. Your men carry them, shoulder high, like kings. They are laughing. They feel powerful. Then they reach the center of the court. There is a massive trench. Your men drop the boat into the hole. You walk to the edge. You look down at the 20 suitors trapped in the wood. You give the signal. Your servants pick up shovels. You bury them alive. All of them. As the last bit of dirt covers their faces, you send a messenger back to Prince Maul. You tell him, send more men, even higher ranking, or I cannot come to you. Level 3. The Bathhouse. 2 weeks later. Prince Maul is ecstatic. He thinks the first 20 men stayed in Kiev to prepare for the wedding. He sends his most powerful governors and chieftains, the elite of the Drevlian nation. When they arrive, you tell them they must be tired from the journey. You invite them to the royal bathhouse to wash before the feast. You provide the towels. You provide the wine. Once they are inside, you lock the doors from the outside. You stack dry wood against the walls. You throw the torch yourself. You stand outside and listen to the wood pop and the stone crack. You don't leave until the building is ash. You have now eliminated the Drevlian military leadership and their political elite, and you haven't even drawn a sword yet. Level 4. The Feast. The Month of Blood. You arrive at the Drevlian capital of Iskoristan. You are dressed in mourning black. You tell Prince Maul you have come to perform a funeral feast for your husband before the wedding. The Drevlians bring the mead. You bring the guards. You wait until the Drevlians are drunk, celebrating the peace between your people. When the mead takes hold and their heads hit the tables, you whisper one word to your soldiers. Now. 5,000 Drevlians are slaughtered in their sleep. The ground of their own capital turns into a swamp of blood. You stand in the center of the carnage, untouched, and tell your army to prepare the siege engines. The wedding is over. The war has begun. Level 5. The Pigeons. The Siege. You have been outside their walls for a year. The Drevlians are starving. They beg for mercy. You tell them you are tired of war. You tell them you will leave if they pay a simple tribute. Not gold, not silver. You ask for 3 pigeons and 3 sparrows from every house. The Drevlians laugh. They think you're crazy. They think you're weak. They catch the birds and send them to your camp. That night, you tell your soldiers to tie a piece of sulfur and a small cloth to the legs of every bird. You light the cloths. You release the birds. A bird's instinct is to return to its nest. Thousands of birds fly back into the thatched roofs and wooden barns of Iskoristan. The city ignites in 1,000 places at once. People run from the flames straight into the spears of your army. You burn the city to the ground. You take the survivors as slaves. You have erased a nation from the map. Level 6. The Saint. The Transformation. You return to Kiev. You are the undisputed ruler. You realize to protect your son, you don't just need a bigger army, you need a better God. You travel to Constantinople. You meet the Byzantine emperor. You convert to Christianity. You are the first ruler of the Rus to do so. You build churches. You organize the government. You become the mother of Russian and Ukrainian Christianity. You die in 969. Your grandson, Vladimir the Great, will finish what you started and convert the entire nation. In 1547, the Church officially names you Isapostolos, equal to the apostles, Saint Olga. The woman who burned men alive, burned them in bathhouses, and used birds as firebombs, is now a saint. Olga of Kiev proved one thing to the medieval world. Mercy is a choice, not a requirement. She spent her youth burning her enemies and her old age building her soul. She is the only person in history who could burn a city to the ground on Tuesday and be prayed to on Sunday. The Drevlians thought they were marrying a widow. They ended up meeting a saint who knew exactly how to handle a shovel.